Hi, my name is Sarah Gonzalez, and this is the Environmental Literacy Plan for the City of Alma, Georgia. For the City of Alma, Georgia, the current population is 3,484 people. The prediction of population in 5 years is 3,499 people. The population per square mile Demographic statistics. The median age for Alma, Georgia citizens is 37.3, which you may say that is 37 years old. There are 1,742 females in Alma, Georgia, as well as males in Alma, Georgia. The education rank is high school graduates or higher, as well as there may be a majority of others that have received a bachelor's degree or higher as well. The housing that is based in Alma, Georgia is either rent or own. The race and Hispanic origin for whites is 49.8%, African Americans is 42.8%, Asians it's 2.47%, and Hispanics is 0.6%. Demographic statistics. Economy. The unemployment rate is 3.8%. Household median income is $33,019. The poverty rate is 29.3%. Transportation is either drove alone, carpooled, public transit, walk. Economic, health, and vitality. Income per capita is 16,300. Community events. On May 31st, 2019, the community will host an event called Georgia Blueberry Festival. The city of Alma is known for the blueberry capital of Georgia. This event will introduce leadership and community service. Protect biodiversity. What is biodiversity? Biodiversity is the variety of life, whether as a planet or in a specific ecosystem. How do humans' activities threaten biodiversity? There's habitat destruction, which is alteration, fragmentation, and deforestation. Climate change, which is shift in temperatures, rainfall patterns globally. Overexploitation, using up without replenishing. Overhunting, overfishing. Invasive species, introducing normative species to a new region. Pollution, such as air, water, and soil contamination. What are ways to protect biodiversity? The impacts of biodiversity in Alma, Georgia is conservation and preservation. The steps to protect biodiversity is restore habitat in my community, restore habitat in my yard, reduce consumption, reuse, and recycle. Climate change and NIMBY. Impacts of climate change, loss of agriculture, loss of biodiversity, negative human health, loss of water, energy, and transportation. What is NIMBY? Not in my backyard. People who act in their own interest to oppose nearby development of a technology or service from which they benefit and would otherwise support. Evidence in Alma, Georgia would be waste treatment plant, which is located within the city limits, water treatment plant, which is also located within the city limits. What is at risk? Climate change in the news. Gibbons wrote that city parks have long been a place for urban residents surrounded by the gray of asphalt and concrete to get a small dose of green. In addition, the cities feel the impact of rising seas and temperature. It is more than shade trees that fight climate change. Parks can help mitigate coastal flooding and capture carbon. Otherwise, the risk continues. The city of Alma, Georgia has energy and renewable energy. For example, SR Hazelhurst LLC is a solar power plant. The energy from the sun is converted into electricity through photovoltaic. Impacts of using non-renewable energy. Coal, oil, and natural gas cause air and water pollution, damage to public health, wildlife and habitat loss, water pollution, global warming emissions. Although there is things that the community does as a whole that needs to change, but it all starts with one person. For example, what can I do to reduce my own ecological footprint? Well, I can reduce the use of single-use disposable plastics. I can switch to renewable energy. I can reduce my waste, reduce my water use, recycle, and reuse. Air quality and air pollution. The air quality index in Alma, Georgia is 44. This number is considered good because it falls between 0 and 50. In fact, the air quality is considered Impacts of pollution and air quality. Although we have discovered that in the city of Alma the air quality index is good. However, we should still understand the impacts. For example, haze, like smog, is a visible type of air pollution that obscures shapes and colors. It's kind of like hazy air pollution can even muffle sounds. Sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide particles in the air can create acid rain when they mix with water and oxygen in the atmosphere. Examples are when acid rain falls to the earth, it damages plants by changing soil composition, degrades water quality in rivers, lakes, and streams, damages crops, and can cause buildings and monuments to decay. Like humans, animals can suffer health effects from exposure to air pollution. Birth defects, diseases, and lower reproductive rates have all been attributed to air pollution. Environmental health. What risks are in my community? Land and forest degradation, which could be under control. Air pollution, which is not controlled. Water resources and pollution, which is controlled. How can we increase environmental health? Well, for one, we can drive less, conserve energy, recycle, volunteer with environmental organizations, and eat organic. What should you be looking for in the foods that you purchase? Well, there are certain types of food that you should avoid, especially food that is packaged in plastic. Other foods such as almond milk, beef, cheese, chicken, rice, and eggs you should also avoid. On the upside, you can purchase peas. They are self-fertilizers and they make their own nitrogen. Dried beans, which is less food waste and better organic living. Broccoli, class of industrial pesticides, but their pest defenses are 100% natural. Protein packaged vegetables, legumes, nuts and seeds, organic fruit, and vegetables. What is the solution to our problems? Sustainable community. Electrical and appliances, food and beverages, transportation, shopping, cleaning, reducing waste is the things that as a community all of us leaders should do. That is what's going to keep the community going. That's what's going to keep us living, going to keep us healthy, going to keep us saving money, going to help us not harm the environment. This is our goal. In order for us to reach this goal of having a sustainable community, it all starts with educating the citizens of Alma, Georgia. We must first introduce them to everything local. It is important to teach everyone about buying local, supporting farmers, and also eating healthy. On the other hand, we can also encourage people to start a veggie garden at home, as well as recycling at home. We can place a recycling bin at home or at a park and teach them which items can be recycled. Spread awareness. We should create camps and list activities to do among the community. We should also pick a day to celebrate the world, especially in our community. Also, for those that are very active in this plan, we should also award and recognize and have incentives for industries or even people that have creative green sites and those who have taken initiatives for environmental protection in the newspaper. Thank you all so much for taking the time to listen and hear about the concerns of the city of Alma, Georgia. Thank you.